The Teeny Tiny Woman. Once upon a teeny tiny time, there was a teeny tiny woman who lived in a teeny tiny house. On her teeny tiny day, the teeny tiny woman put on her teeny tiny shoulder shawl and went out of her teeny tiny house for a teeny tiny walk. She walked for a teeny tiny time until she came to a teeny tiny church. She opened a teeny tiny gate to the teeny tiny churchyard and went in. Inside the teeny tiny churchyard, the teeny tiny woman found a teeny tiny bone. The teeny tiny woman said to her teeny tiny self, "This teeny tiny bone will make some good teeny tiny soup for my teeny tiny supper." So she put the teeny tiny bone in her teeny tiny pocket and went back to her teeny tiny house. She went up her teeny tiny stairs to her teeny tiny bedroom. This this is used in the video version of Goldilocks and Three Bears, and we never get to see the Tea Time except for a cameo in a video version of Gingerbread Man, along with Hee Haw Donkey, which I'll get to later. Her donkey, farmer, her donkey, which I'll get to later. She put the teeny tiny bone in her teeny tiny cupboard and closed the teeny tiny doors. Then, as she was a teeny tiny bit tired, she got in her teeny tiny bed to have a teeny tiny nap. She was asleep only a teeny tiny time when she was awakened by a teeny tiny voice from a teeny tiny cupboard calling, "Give me my bone!" The teeny tiny woman was a teeny tiny bit frightened, so she hid her teeny tiny head under the teeny tiny covers and went to sleep again. A teeny tiny bit later, the teeny tiny voice cried out a teeny tiny bit louder, "Give me my bone!" This made the teeny tiny woman a teeny tiny bit more frightened, and she hid her teeny tiny head teeny tiny bit more under the teeny tiny covers. The teeny tiny woman was asleep again for a teeny tiny time when the teeny tiny voice from the teeny tiny cupboard called out a teeny tiny bit louder, "Give me my bone! Give me my bone!" The teeny tiny woman was even a teeny tiny bit more frightened, but she stuck her teeny tiny head out from under the teeny tiny covers, said her loudest teeny tiny voice, "Take it!" And that was the teeny tiny end of the teeny tiny story. And now we get to the Five Little Pigs poem. Like I said, only part of it was adapted to the Three Little Pigs video. This little pig went to market. This little pig stayed at home. This little pig ate roast beef. This little pig had none. And this little pig cried, "Wee, wee, wee, I can't find my way home." This poem originated half a decade early, in 1970, in Mother Goose Rhymes, which is adapted into the Random House video series, or as Major likes to call it, the BBC series. This is the same. This little pig went to market. This little pig stayed at home. This little pig ate roast beef. This little pig had none. And this little pig cried, "Wee, wee, 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 wee. I can't find my way home." That was the two extra wees.